I've been messing around with a few little electronics projects that, well, altogether aren't really a big deal, but maybe together they're kind of fun to see what I spend some time kicking around doing in my spare time. So we'll start with this. This is a computer power supply that I've converted. I braided the cables and then put them into this wooden box and popped them out. On the back of the PC power supply, you'll see there's a switch that allows me to turn on the power to the device. That shows it's on standby mode. That's the yellow LED. And then I've got this power switch up here that allows me to turn on the power. And I have negative 12 volts, 3.3 volts, 5 volts, and positive 12 volts coming out of it. And right now you can see I've got 5 volts running to this side of my breadboard, and I've got 12 volts running to that side of my breadboard out of there. And hooked up on the breadboard are a couple of fun things. One is this little switch is hooked up to this electromagnet, and you can see when I push this switch, oh, you gotta turn on the power supply first. Push that switch, bink. That pulls down on the magnet. Of course, it must be pulling significant amps or something, because I'd always have to reset my power supply. It's probably protecting itself, so it's smart. And maybe someday I'll learn more about why that happens. The other thing I've got plugged into here through banana cables through these little gadgets popped in is a light, and this light's probably going to be kind of bright on the scanner or on the camera, but this is the bulb out of a scanner, and I threw it into this little pack and wired it up, and you hit it with 12 volts and it's nice and bright, and if you hit it with 5 volts it does a little itty bit of lighting down there, but not much. So 12 volts is what it was powered at in the scanner, so that's fun. Another project, I've been soldering without any kind of fan to suck the fumes away, which is a bad idea. So I grabbed this fan out of a computer and soldered up the power. It's a 12 volt fan, so I soldered into a little barrel jack so that I can plug 12 volt power into it, and then I put this little switch on the bottom, so as soon as I stand it up the fan turns on, and then if I pick it up, put it on its side, the fan turns off. That's fun. And it's kind of a fun trick to show the kids too. And then I've got this little Arduino that I've hooked up a speaker to the Arduino, and then this series of buttons which also came off a probably a scanner or printer or something like that maybe. And I set it up so each button plays a little song. So let's see, what have I got on the 5th button? Aw, it's the Smurfs. And then there's lots of other little tunes you can have for the rest of them. But I will end with the death of Mario.